Hi, so I thought I would jump on quickly this afternoon. It's the end of June, and in the UK we're having a little mini heat wave. It's currently 30 odd degrees, and as anybody that lives in the UK knows, we don't cater for extremes in temperatures. And I know some people might be thinking, oh, it's only 30 degrees, that's no big deal. But let me tell you, 30 degrees in the UK is a big deal. There's something about the heat here that affects us, or the humidity in the air. I don't know what it is, but it's intense. And that brings me round to just wanting to ask the question in terms of your menopause journey. How does the heat impact you? I know we have our hot flushes and things, etc. And I know one of the interesting things is a lot of people and a lot of women actually suffer with the heat in terms of their core body temperature has risen, and therefore when they are at home or they're in bed asleep, they've got to have windows open, they've got to have fans on to help them cope with the heat. Interestingly, as part of my journey, and yes, one of my main problems was hot flushes at night, but it tended to be I would wake up in pajamas, would be absolutely drenched, was the fact that my body temperature, my core body temperature, seems to have dropped. So I now tend to find that I suffer the reverse. I get colder quicker. I'm wearing more layers. People often look at me and say, why have you got a jumper on? It's actually quite nice weather. And it's because I feel the cold so much more acutely. It's just one of those things. And the minute the cold starts creeping in and the fingers start getting cold, and it stops you from functioning. So I thought, it might be a good topic to put out there and ask how everyone else is feeling. I have to say, in these 30-degree temperatures, one thing I have noticed, irrespective of my core body temperature, is my lack of tolerance for the heat. I've recently come back from a week away on holiday in lovely Spain, and I found after a couple of days, that was it. My tolerance for actually sitting out in direct sunlight, trying to get some semblance of a colour, was just diminished. I ended up the last couple of the days sitting under the umbrella, just parts of my body poking out, and then I just thought to myself, well, I don't care if I don't get a suntan. I've given up the ghost with that. I've got very pale complexion. I'm Celtic. I've got the whitest of skin, and therefore I need to sit in the sun for a long time, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it for the headspace. It's not worth it for how I actually feel now, and the heat to the point of extreme irritation. Even though I'm paying for this holiday and being there, I love sitting in the shade. I love a nice cocktail in hand, and that's my idea and ideal for getting away or enjoying the sun these days. But of course, bringing it back on topic in terms of the UK, this heat wave that we're experiencing, how are all you ladies coping out there with it? Does anybody have anybody and their symptoms actually reveled in this heat now, or are we all experiencing the same things where we just something about the menopause and can't stand it, whether your core body temperature like mine has decreased and you feel the cold sooner, or I'm sitting here and the back of my hand is damp. Now, I am a person who does not perspire easily when I exercise, and that might say more about how much I exercise or how intense I exercise, but I'm not someone that perspires easily, and yet here I am in this 30-degree heat in the UK, and I'm melting like a little wax melt into a bowl. Anyway, I'd love if anybody's watching this, you want to reach out. What's it like in different countries? Do you find you've got good aircon, you love to just stay in that all the time? So hit me up with some comments, some feedback, and I look forward to it. And for all of those in the UK experiencing this sort of heat wave that we've got and we're not used to it, good luck. and get those fans out. I'm sure they'll all be on overdrive tonight. Take care. Bye.